Hey everyone, Tinkenstein here. In this video, I'll give you your top 3 tips and tricks to not only help you gain the materials that you need in crafting events to help you build the vehicles that you want, but also go over the ways to make it as efficient as possible. These tips and tricks, or at least most of them, should work for every single crafting event, whether it's the current crafting event for April 2021 or some crazy crafting event in the future, where Gaijin has you crafting a special variant of the F-16 or something. If that does end up being a future reward for a crafting event, consider this video a prediction. That said, please subscribe if you like more content, especially for guides, reviews, and other informative videos. Also, I do have another video explaining crafting events linked in the description below, so if you have any questions, hopefully I answered them in that video. But either way, let's get into it. So for tip number 1, build the schematic number 2 or 3, as these will cost fewer crafting materials than if you use the fewest schematics for the cheapest schematic. By building number 3, you can either build the part for the fewest resources or take 30 seconds to build it rather than 10 minutes. To me, this is a no-brainer. Take the 10-minute build time so that you can craft it with the fewest parts possible. It will make your life way easier. If you spend the fewest parts of schemes possible to make the schematic that you need, it'll end up costing you more materials, such as, in this case, steel or composites. In other crafting events, it could be other materials, but the general premise should remain the same. Now, if you get the number 2 schematic, it'll cost you a medium amount of materials for a medium amount of schematics. Many people prefer this option, and I do endorse it. This is a very balanced way to do it. I personally do about half and half of the schematic number 2 and 3 and have had good success. Parts of schemes, or whatever they may be called in future events, are more common than almost every other material. By using 1 or 2 parts of scheme, you could end up saving 2 to 4 of other building materials, depending on how many parts of schemes that you use. This, to me, is a great return on investment, and I would strongly recommend everyone away from building the cheapest schematics possible. For tip number 2, some people may not like this, but play Naval. The matches go on for so long, and if you're in a constant firefight, you can have 20 plus minutes of high activity before the match ends, meaning that you will oftentimes earn 2, sometimes 3 crafting material crates per match, and occasionally you can earn a special crafting material as well. This also has the effect of spending less time in queues and in the menu, which means more of your time will be in a relatively unstressful game mode. Now, if you were thinking of playing Naval, now would be the time, especially if you've earned a tier 3 battle pass destroyer or already have higher tier vehicles for Naval. Just bear in mind that time with tier 3 vehicles is the only time that will count towards earning rewards, and I know a lot of people don't play Naval, so they may have to grind a little bit before they can actually get to tier 3, but if you start off with Blue Water Navy, it should be no issue, and again, if you do have those battle pass destroyers, it should again be no issue. And for tip number 3, dabble in some arcade mode. This might not be what you want to hear, but for ease of grinding, arcade takes the cake. It is typically less stressful, has lower repair costs, and allows for fast, active combat, which is not always the case in realistic. Not only that, but if you play air, it'll give you some access to more planes in one match than ARB, which increases variety, if nothing else. Also, for now and likely in future April crafting events, you should check to see if Gaijin has some sort of special mode available in which you can play that will also earn you crafting materials. In this case, we have Warfare 2077 and Tailspin, but it could be anything in the future, so be on the lookout, because these events typically have no repair costs and are really fun. Also, thanks to Phoenix and the people in my Discord for helping me out with some of the parts on this tip. Much appreciated. My Discord is linked below if you'd like to join. And finally, as a bonus tip, this is not a main tip because it really doesn't help the grind or for console players, but you can buy the parts that you need on the marketplace if you're a PC player. Again, this is a bonus tip, so don't hate me for including it. But that said, I hope you were all able to gain something from this video and that it helped. Please let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this or if you have tips to share with other people. Please subscribe for future content, but either way, I'm signing out for today. Thanks so much, everyone, and I'll see you all on the other side. Take care, everyone.